So the simple question I'm going to ask is, now that you're preparing for the elections in 2027, and then the election happens, and then your candidate rightly and honestly won the election, presidential election, and then the INEC goes ahead to declare someone else the winner, what will you do? If you've not had an answer to this question, I think you're just wasting your time with all of these things you're doing in preparation for the election. I'll always say that in anti-democratic situations or societies like Nigeria, the real opposition are the people. Those political parties that you see and that are not in power, they are not opposition to the ruling party. They belong to the political class already. The only people who do not belong to the political class are the people who do not belong to the political class. Those are supposed to be the opposition. That's why you could see that no matter what the opposition political party does, it goes nowhere because they are all the same. It is when the real opposition, who are the people, the commoners, myself and yourself, ourselves, come together in unison and say these things the political class is doing is going to stop. That's the only time it's going to stop. When the impoverished are relying on members of the political class whose only will is to gain power for their selfish interests too, nothing happens. In 2023, we all saw what happened. We all saw how the position of the president was clearly, inhumanly, and disgracefully ceded to someone who doesn't deserve it. What has happened differently within the INEC that is making you so sure that in 2027 your votes are going to count? What has happened differently within the judiciary that is making you so sure that in 2027 your votes are going to count? As long as your votes didn't count when Tinubu was yet president, your votes will not count after he has assumed office. Tinubu cannot oversee an election that will send him out of office. That nigger is not Jonathan. Besides, Jonathan was in a situation where the international community wanted him out. This nigger has settled every international stumbling block that would have been. The only time you can stop him is when the real opposition, who are the people, come together and say, hey, young man, enough is enough. You've got to leave. That might not necessarily have to happen during an election. It can happen today, it can happen tomorrow, in whatever looks like anything democratic. The voice of the people is like the voice of God, and more so when it is not democratic. When it is like autocratic or totalitarian, the leader is directly the devil. So it is God against the devil. In every political setting, in every political space, the people has the power. But in the situation with Nigeria, the people with the power are scared of the people in power, or rather, I don't even know what else to say, because the INEC chairman, the current one, Amupitan Joash, is already clearly on the side of the ruling party. Once one or two people will say Amupitan must go, and that's all. You can't get Amupitan to go by just saying it. He will not go until Nigerians rise up to wherever Amupitan is and send him out. Amupitan is going nowhere. He is going to conduct the worst election in the history of Nigeria. I can bet on that for anything. I started saying this long before he assumed office because I saw moves. If Amopitan conducts whatever he's going to conduct, what are you going to do? You are at the opposition. The real opposition is the people. What will you do if Amopitan obviously conducts an election that is shameful? If you do not have an answer to this question, go home.